In the assessment, there is also mention of Iran's nuclear capability. And this intelligence threat assessment has confirmed that Iran is not developing its nuke. So, how do you see this particular development in the assessment?
I think if we look at the entire document holistically, it identifies three types of threats to the US national security. First category belongs to the non-state actors based on global and regional terrorist organizations and criminal organizations. The second category belongs to the global challengers, and US has recognized China as the greatest challenge to the US supremacy at the global level in years to come in different domains, followed by Russia as a lingering global power, which poses a threat to the US at the global level. And the third category belongs to regional powers, which the US intelligence community considers as threat to US regional interests. And in the Middle East, US has identified Iran as the major threat to US interests in the Middle East, whereas in East Asia, it has recognized North Korea as posing a major threat to US interests in East Asian region. What is common in case of North Korea and Iran is the rapid missile buildup in both Pyongyang and Tehran. And the document recognizes that Iran has a very significant missile capability and drone manufacturing capability, which it has offered in terms of support for Russian war effort in Ukraine as well. And North Korea has also provided not just troops, but ammunition and other weapon systems to also assist Moscow in the Ukraine effort. So when you look at it holistically, it seems after the Syrian war, the current Ukraine war has helped Moscow piece together a sort of a military alliance based on close economic cooperation with China, but close defense and military cooperation with Iran and North Korea, which is assisting Moscow in its war effort against Ukraine, which is obviously traditionally led by not just Western Europe, but by the US as well. So in that context, US views Iran as a threat for three reasons. Because of its active support, active military support by supplying drones to Russia in the Ukraine conflict, by building up its own missile program, expanding its nuclear capability, short of building a nuclear weapon. But it recognizes that its current nuclear enrichment capability is far more significant than in the past. However, it also recognizes that the decision not to weaponize it has so far not been taken by the Iranian leadership. However, the most significant threat that Iran poses to the US is in the form of support for several organizations and non-state actors as part of Iran's indirect strategy to pressurize the US and Israel in the region, and also, but it also notices an Iranian interest in avoiding a direct conflict or confrontation with Israel or the US through indirect and active support for weaker but still significant non-state actors like Houthis, like the Hezbollah and Hamas as well, and also some organizations which are active in Iraq. So US continues to view Iran as a major source of threat for economic, political, security interests of the US in the region.